Details on why EOCO arrested Gihoc boss, Kofi Jumah. Now, we never tell the story until we have the X factor.
Ebusia former CEO Edima Gihoc distilleries, Maxwell Kofi Jumah, the nano Dr. Jojo Tibon Sobeka say Ordinaka 2 million Ghana cedis, and I say enam ni saso majumekun denika 2 million cedis no. I ene EOCO for as on the page. Na senti EOCO for achi papa nyina no details no ene didi sui. I can ba TV subscribe, share video no like o comment no so mayehu e won comment section na say yensemre no yentie senti a yachi Gihoc pani Maxwell Kofi Jumah ye na semu enhwehwemu.
Details on why EOCO arrested Gihoc boss, Kofi Jumah. Now, we never tell the story until we have the X factor. My brother, my sister, it's all over Ghana that the former Gihoc boss, Maxwell Kofi Jumah, has been arrested. Do we know who this guy is? Maxwell Kofi Jumah. That's him. He was the one who some time ago said that if you think beer is too expensive, stop drinking beer and drink water. He was also said to have said somewhere that nobody ever operates an alcohol business and loses. But he ended up trunging the whole of Gihoc, a factory that was created by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, my brother, my sister. And from its inception, the factory made a lot of money. Gihoc. At a point, almost the whole of the sub-region was running to Ghana for products made from Gihoc. And when he went in there, oh, he cosmeticized the whole of Gihoc. Can I break it down? He made it look like everything was going good. Cosmeticism, my brother, my sister, in no time. If your mother is dead and you say she's asleep, the smell will bring realism to the table. This is Maxwell Kofi Jumah. To those who don't know him, come here and watch this. Run the dossier. This is the man. He is far advanced in age. My brother, my sister. Oh yes. He was born on the 26th of June in 1950. That gives him 76 years. And his party is the all-time disgraceful party, the Npp, that disgraced the country Ghana, so irresponsibly plunged us into debt, and Ghanaians don't want to see them again. Npp, never again. He was mayor of Kumasi, member of parliament for 8 years, and deputy minister for 2 solid years as deputy minister for local government and rural development. This is Maxwell Kofi Jumah. And today we're going to tell you the real reason he has been arrested. That's the X factor. And you can only get it here, my brother, my sister. Now the allegations against Maxwell Kofi Jumah are many. Let's start with his tenure right there at Gihoc. He allegedly acquired a high-end company vehicle originally valued at nearly 100,000 American dollars. That's about 1 million Ghana cedis and over. For just 4,943 Ghana cedis, 11 pesos. Investigators claim it was sold to him at roughly 5% of its actual market worth. This is serious. My brother, my sister, if the tin is supposed to be sold for 100 Ghana cedis, he bought it for 5 cedis using power. And remember, this is the man we're talking about. He is accused of illegally keeping additional official luxury vehicles after leaving office, including an Audi valued at over 60,000 American dollars. Authorities successfully launched operations to retrieve these items. And Jumah is under investigation for the controversial disposal of Gihoc properties in Tema. Now, these assets were reportedly worth over 700,000 American dollars and were allegedly sold without the necessary board or ministerial approval. And we'll go into this in a bit. Yes. Now, he is accused of also bloating the company's workforce without authorization, causing severe financial strain on the operational budget. This is Maxwell Kofi Jumah, the bulldozer of the Npp, the president's own in-law. Now, unconfirmed reports and media claims suggest he allegedly paid himself an unauthorized weekly allowance of 40,000 Ghana cedis. That's just about 4,000 American dollars, my brother, my sister, every week while leading the company. Now, no formal charges have been finalized in the case yet. But as I speak with you now, he is in the grips of the law. He is in the office of EOCO, and he's going through interrogation. Can I tell you what he's being interrogated for aside all these things? Now, this guy here wrote a letter to the president of the nation, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who had his son marry this man's, in fact, daughter. Can I break it down? Maxwell Kofi Jumah had his son marry Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's daughter. Now watch this. Now, on the 5th of February in 1966, 19 days before Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, on the 24th of February, Nkrumah opened his last factory ever in the history of the land. And that factory was opened at Abosso, the Abosso glass factory. This is what I'm talking about. My brother, my sister, Nkrumah spent 9 million cedis to build this whole factory. And within days, the factory was already making it big. What was the factory supposed to do? Produce glass, bottles, and some other such things. Oh my God. And these are pictures, my brother, my sister, from 1969, 3 years after Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. Look how the factory had flourished and everything was big. My brother, my sister, the whole of the sub-region came down to Abosso Glass Factory to be able to purchase products, bottles, glasses, and so on and so forth. And you see the bottles being made. Glass. Kwame Nkrumah, in his own visionary self, knew that this was going to be big. And this is 1969. But he built this and opened it on the 5th of February in 1966. The Osajifo. He spent 9 million cedis on that. And annually, the factory was able to make 18 million bottles. 18 million bottles. The whole of the sub-region had never seen anything like that. The whole of the sub-region used to go out and import that from around the world. Now it was in Ghana. So it was supposed to complement Gihoc. You know what happened? When Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, 19 days after he opened this factory, they went round trying to destroy everything that Kwame Nkrumah did. But this factory was making so much money, they couldn't touch it until later. You know what they did with Gihoc? They gave it to Gilchrist Olympio. And he ran it to the ground like a house of cards, crumbling like cookies. They were ready to destroy everything Nkrumah did. And look at how Maxwell Kofi Jumah was allegedly used to continue the agenda. He ran down Gihoc, allegedly stole from Gihoc, paid himself and his cohorts, and stole assets. He did the same thing, allegedly, with Abosso Glass Factory. You know what he did? He wrote a letter to his in-law and told him, you know what, in-law, Mr. President, I want the Abosso Glass Factory. I want to refurbish it and make it new. And he said, go ahead. You are the CEO of the year. And this was 2019. They gave him the CEO of the year so that he would be able to run around it and do justice to the factory. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Jesus. And he went to the factory. My brother, my sister, what happened to the factory? Run the doors here. A lot of things happened. Hey, Now watch this. When he got to the factory, the Abosu glass factory, watch what he did, which is located in the western region. He became the overseer and the central decision maker during his time as the managing director of Gihoc Distilleries.